Alright, so yesterday I did a video talking about like how I would make the park, like the how I would make a new Universal Studios park. Well, today I'm going to be doing, of course you can't have Universal without its rivals, so today I'm going to be doing the Disney park. So yeah, this is just going to be my ideas for how I would make a new Disney park. Now, I am going to be realistic at some points, but at the same time, I'm going to have some fantastical ideas, some really fantastic ideas, and sometimes a little out there, and be like, maybe I shouldn't be, maybe there's a reason why I wasn't born an engineer. Maybe there's a reason for that. Yes, I know, the room is getting more and more depressing to look at. I'm very well aware. I haven't slept in 2 days because of the anxiety, people. We're moving, but that's not the point. Anyway, let's do this video. So, let's start off with the castle. So the castle, I think what I would do is, I would have, like, maybe, instead of, because they've been kind of just going with variants of Snow White and Cinderella, not Snow White, but Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella castles. So I think what I would do is maybe do Snow White's castle, or, Belle. Actually, the more I think about it, is like Belle / the Beast castle would be a neat one to do. Because God knows it kind of failed miserably of how they tried to do the perspective at Fantasyland. But, so maybe do Belle's Castle the more I think about it. So that would be the centerpiece, is Belle's Castle. But I would like to do Edison Square. If you don't know what Edison Square is, Edison Square was basically an idea for an extension of Main Street, which featured, like, stuff focused on, of course, Thomas Edison. But here I would have it be a show, like kind of like the Hall of Presidents, where it's like you come in, or the Carousel of Progress, where you follow Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison on this journey. Although I give more credit to Tesla, just saying. Anyway, so the other, like, major thing I'd like to do with this is, like, yeah, do actually Edison Square. Tomorrowland is the big one. Tomorrowland is the big question. Like, that's the one where you really have to be like, because here's always been the Tomorrowland problem, is that Tomorrowland always comes. Tomorrow always comes. So what I like to do is maybe, instead of doing Tomorrowland, I'd like to do the idea for, like, Jules Verne or H.G. Wells. Like, the original idea for Disneyland Paris Tomorrowland was that it was focused more on the idea, and they actually did this more in Disneyland Sea, where in those parks it was more focused on like a steampunk alternate future. Like I said, based off the writings of Jules Verne and like H.G. Wells. So that would be the idea. I would have a Space Mountain, but more like the Mission to the Moon, where it was like, for those who remember, there was a version of Space Mountain, but it was a more like steampunk version based off the book, the Jules Verne book, From the Earth to the Moon. It was very big at Disneyland Paris for the longest time until they changed it to Hyperspace Mountain, which I like Star Wars, but I was way more into the steampunk stuff. So that's what I'd like to do. I would really like to do that. I'd also like to bring in the ride from Japan of the Journey to the Center of the Earth. I'd love to bring that ride in here. And as well as a new updated version of the submarines with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Just saying. I would like that. So that would be my that would be my take on it. So as for other places, I would like to have a new updated version of Haunted Mansion. And what I mean is, like, I would have it be like a new, I wouldn't say like story, but I would like to have, like, it's a new mansion. Like, if you ever seen like the Louisiana wedding cake mansions, they're beautiful and they're haunting. You put a graveyard out there, nice. So they'd be really good. That would be a really cool design. I'd like to do like kind of like Mystic Manor and have it be a trackless dark ride, especially like when we get to Madame Leota's room, seance room. I'd really like to play with that, especially in the attic with Constance Hatchaway. Yeah, or maybe do a new story now that, the more I think about it, like maybe an original story for this one instead of doing the Gracie Manor over again. Or take an original story kind of like in the vein of Phantom Manor. You see how much I'm pulling from the other parks? I will say, though, I would keep Pirates of the Caribbean as is. I would keep it as the Walt Disneyland, not Disney World Pirates of the Caribbean, because I hate to say it, but Disneyland, you got the better Pirates of the Caribbean. Although I will say, as someone from Florida who does enjoy Disney World, I do have a soft spot for going underground to that layout. It's just me. At least our queue looks cooler. Yeah. Suck a dick, Disneyland. Whatever. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd really like to really play with that aspect of having a Disneyland that is a kind of way of, with Pirates of the Caribbean. I wouldn't really update much. I don't think I'd have the Jack Sparrows in there, but you probably would have to. Although it would probably be more like the remake of Pirates of the Caribbean whenever that comes out. As for other things, I would have a Splash Mountain in here, but here's the thing. It would not be Splash Mountain, of course, because it's being removed, nor would it be the Princess and the Frog. I would not have it be Princess and the Frog. What I would have is that what it would be, instead of Princess and the Frog, is it'd still be kind of like in a Splash Mountain kind of ride, with, flume ride. But what it would be is basically a new original story focusing on Mickey, Donald, and Goofy going on a camping trip, and you'd follow these animatronics along as their camping trip just gets worse and worse and worse as they're just, things are just falling apart and you're stuck for the ride. Like how I would get to the slope and drop of the flume ride, I would have it that Donald has angered a grizzly bear and it's chasing up this hill, and the only way to get out is for them to just take a leap and just jump and hope for the best. So that's how I would do it. Like, that would be the crescendo of the story. But yeah, I have nothing against the Princess and the Frog flume ride coming soon. It's just that since this would be a different Disneyland, Disneyland park, I would just want it to have a little more recognition. I got nothing against the idea of replacing Splash Mountain with Princess and the Frog. I'm just saying I would have mine a little more like it's its own uniqueness to it. As for other stuff, I'd love to keep Country Bear Jamboree. At least we still got ours, Disneyland. Yeah, we still got ours. What about you? Oh, you don't have it no more? We still got our Country Bear Jamboree. Yeah. Suck a dick. But yeah, Country Bear Jamboree, I'd keep that. The Hall of Presidents I would also keep. It's a classic. Don't at me, it is a classic. And that's gonna get updated very soon. That's gonna get it came to my attention yesterday, for the 20th, and I realized, oh wait, they're going to have to update the ride now. They're gonna have to update Hall of Presidents now, so that came to me. I would keep that. I would keep all of Liberty Square. But I think I'd go more like what they wanted to do is have the more Boston docks. So I would have it more based around, instead of a colonial era, I would have it somewhere in Boston pre-Revolutionary War. It's more less colonial northern colonial and more Boston colonial seaside, if that makes any sense. I know some architect's gonna get on me. He's like, it's the same thing, you shithead! Fucking die! Anyway. Where was I? Oh, yes. Jungle Cruise? I would not have a Jungle Cruise. And before anyone kills me, hear me out. I would have a type of Jungle Cruise on this ride. And you may be thinking, a type of Jungle Cruise? Explain yourself real quick. Instead of Jungle Cruise, Mystic Cruise. Let me explain. I would have it be the same setup as you're on a boat and you're taking tours through different parts of the world. But here's the catch. You're not looking at animals. You're looking at creatures from fantasy, from around the world. So you would see, because that's it would be an homage to Beastly Kingdom, the thing we never got at, thanks Avatar, we never got at Animal Kingdom. So this would be like a smaller version of that, where it would be a boat ride, and you're seeing dragons, you're seeing fairies, you're seeing pixies, you're seeing like also like other creatures from around the world, like a Chinese a Chinese version of the dragon. You could have trolls from when you go like a Norwegian area. You could have like troll animatronics, giant dragon animatronics, a hydra come out of the water, and like animatronics have gotten really far in the world. So I would love to have like just a hydra rise up, and all the heads are like moving everywhere and just spitting water at people. Something like that would be really cool. Or you're going in the cave. If you, again, chew on this, Disneyland. Disney World's got a part of the ride where you go into a cave and you look at all these nocturnal creatures, and I would love to have it like, instead of there's a gorgon in a gorgon in there, and the ride operator tells you just look away real quick. Be like, yeah, is anyone turned to stone? Okay, good, we're moving on. Yeah, so there you go. Instead of Jungle Cruise, Mystic Cruise. And I got nothing against the Jungle Cruise. Like I said, this is all about being a very different Disneyland. Like, this is like a very unique, some of these are very unique takes. Like I said, a very unique take on Haunted Mansion, and a different version of, I wouldn't call it Splash Mountain either. Just to backtrack to that, I don't think I'd call it Splash Mountain. What I would call it is maybe Mickey's Vacation Woes or something like that. Maybe someone in the comments could think of something better. But yeah, I would also, I'm trying to think of like what else I would have in here. But those are the major things I would have in this ride. This theme park. Those are the major things. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this version of my version of Disneyland? Did you guys like it, hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And I would bring back Maelstrom. There's another thing, I'd bring back Maelstrom. Who am I kidding? I can't. There's nowhere to put Maelstrom. Fuck. The trolls can be in Mystic Cruise, so that can be my nod to Maelstrom. Miss you, Maelstrom. You were gone too soon. Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.